Hey guys, have a little chat in the kitchen today. So I wanted to talk about incremental training and my tips for beginners with this, kind of some of the most common, I'm trying to remember what it was. It's been a while since I made the last video, but the common mistakes that people make and how to avoid them. And one of the biggest ones is that people will base their incremental training on how they're feeling instead of on the incremental nature of things. So I want to use an analogy for this. That a lot of times it's kind of like incremental training is like training for like a couch to 5K program. So what I see people do most often is on days they don't feel good, they will not do their training. And on days they feel really good, they'll do a lot of training. And that would be like going from couch, right, not incremental training, to, not ever training unless you feel good, but on the days you feel good, running like 3 to 6 miles from the couch. Like going from sitting on the couch all the time to just sporadically running 3 to 6 miles. Your body is not adapted to that. And most likely you're going to end up with some sort of slight, discomfort or even a slight injury after that. So your brain needs time to adapt to the changes that you're making. Very much the same as it would if you were working out, if you were running, etc. So the key is to be incremental and be consistent no matter how you feel, to find that and hold yourself to a standard that you're going to train, whatever that is. And again, this varies a lot. Some people are training on Calm. That's a whole thing. A lot of people don't understand that, but some people are training on food, sitting up, standing, walking, going upstairs, could be so many different things. But the key is to have a baseline, create, decide, okay, this is my line I'm not going to back down from, no matter how I feel, and consistently work away. So you're adapting, just like if it was couch to 5K and you say, okay, I'm going to run a mile every day, or I'm going to run a half a mile every day, or whatever it is you pick. I'm going to run at least, 6 or 7 miles a week as a whole. You can sometimes break it down by week. So that might be, again, personalize that to fit whatever your personal incremental training is, whatever that thing is. But that's the idea. And we don't want to go too much when we're feeling good, because just because you're feeling good doesn't mean that your brain in this situation, or if it was couch to 5K, your body, your muscles, your joints, etc., ligaments, have adapted to that load. They haven't had the chance to adapt. They're not going to be able to reach that. But this is one of the biggest things I see people do, is they will base how much they do on how they feel. And that is a recipe for having a lot more back and forth with your symptoms and your activation than the level of limbic activity you have. So symptoms, feeling bad, emotional stuff, negative thought loops and patterns, all those types of things. So be consistent, focus more on the objective fact that you're incrementally training your brain to handle a load and you're creating a new association to it. But we don't want to be going on how we feel. That is a recipe for a roller coaster you really don't need to go on. This journey it takes a lot of strength as it is. So that's the biggest one. So one of the hugest, most simple, straightforward things, if you're rewiring your brain, focus on math, science, and incrementally training yourself and not how you feel. How you feel is the result of past dysregulation, your perfect storm, your brain being stuck in a rut. It has nothing to do with your actual capacity in both directions. You need to focus on where you've been, where you're going. So much love to my friends, and we'll chat soon.